Shalom. Welcome to Shattered Paradigm. Tonight we're going to be talking about Bill Gates and his billionaire buddies all rushing to invest in biomilk. What in the world is biomilk? Let's find out.
Biomilk is this U.S. firm, and what they're going to be doing is producing what they're calling an environmentally friendly new artificial breast milk, which will be cultured from human mammaries that will be commercially available for consumers. Now, this is a startup company that has already received $3.5 million from an investment fund by Bill Gates, who has already invested in two other companies that create these plant-based meat substitutes, Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods. Along with Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, and Mark Zuckerberg have also invested in this firm. So basically, they are creating a genetically modified version of breast milk.
So when you see Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and all these other billionaires all investing in synthetic foods all at the same time, discernment alarms should be going off.
I agree. Those who are spiritually vigilant will be able to see this is no coincidence.
Trust me, there's a hidden reason behind this trend where you got all these billionaires all of a sudden investing in GMO plant-based meat substitutes. One of the main objectives of this whole COVID-19 pandemic is to create not only a dependent but a desperate population. The collapse of the economy and engineered scarcity is how they plan to achieve this goal.
We have to remember, at the beginning of this coronavirus lockdown, we saw farmers all over the country destroying their crops. They were dumping thousands and thousands of gallons of milk, and they were even euthanizing perfectly healthy livestock and then dumping the meat. As a result, the prices of certain foods have skyrocketed. This is a problem. Then conveniently, you have Bill Gates, who invests in Beyond Meat, Impossible Foods, and now Biomilk, which are all synthetic protein companies. Now this is the solution they want to give us.
That's right. Problem, reaction, solution. We are seeing the beginning of a very well orchestrated, carefully planned famine. And not only does this scheme stand to make Bill Gates and his cohorts potentially trillions of dollars, but it is a multifaceted strategy, including a component of population control and eugenics.
And unfortunately, many of these synthetic food-like substances contain astronomical amounts of this GMO soy, which sadly is already in much of today's processed foods. And these vital estrogen-laced food products are the biochemical component to their mass feminizing LGBT agenda. And then also this food segment it kind of works in tandem with their mass media programming and their constant educational push for a more feminized, gender fluid population.
So it's these phytoestrogens they're putting in the food combined with programming we're getting from movies, television, and music that's leading to the surge we're seeing in gender confusion. These are all physical manifestations of the deeper spiritual principles of androgyny, which are venerated in elite religious circles. See, when most people come across articles like Bill Gates investing in meat substitute companies, they just assume, well, it must be a lucrative market. We are not taught to think critically, but the elite are. We are not able to put two and two together. The educational system for the elite and the educational system for the peasants and the serfs, the slaves, are two totally different systems with two totally different desired outcomes. The elite are taught to maintain rulership over vast and diverse global populations using strategy, deductive reasoning, and critical thinking. The elite do not neglect to seek the assistance of supernatural intelligences, but oftentimes we forget to ask for the wisdom and guidance of our Heavenly Father.
Unfortunately, our educational disciplines are compartmentalize, memorize, and comply. They are taught how to think, we are taught what to think.
And that's how they always end up controlling the slave class, which pretty soon they intend to phase out and replace with AI, robots, and machines. When these elites look at us, they don't see people. They see the ingredients for a mass shallow grave. Hence the Georgia Guidestones, depopulation, eugenics.
And you remember that quote from Prince Philip, who said, quote, "In the event that I am reincarnated, I would like to return as a deadly virus in order to contribute something to solving overpopulation, end quote. All this energy and investment creating this artificial breast milk is a real indication that they're planning to even further limit the time a mother can spend with their newborn baby because she's going to be too busy working at her government-mandated labor camp.
But no matter how power drunk these diabolical megalomaniacs become, their arms are still too short to box with God.
We wanted to give you a real quick update concerning our up-and-coming video, Pan 3, It Begins. We know a lot of you have been waiting patiently for it, and we have been working on this video for a while now. But wow, this one really feels like it's been a hard challenge. Spiritually, it feels like we disturbed a hornet's nest and are just now trying to fight off a swarm of angry bees. But you know you're over the target when you're catching the flak. And the spiritual warfare has been off the charts, so we're definitely going to recommend you pray before watching when this video comes out. But all in all, we really feel like through this video, strongholds are going to be torn down, Most High willing. Thank you so much for all your support, your prayers, and encouragement. We're praying for all of you. God bless.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Shatter Paradise, reporting from an undisclosed location, because the subject of tonight's expose, the spiritual warfare.
And there was a good way off from them an herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine. And behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down to a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters.
Listen carefully.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons.
Listen carefully.
Pray before, during, and after watching. Make sure you're prayed up. Make sure you're right with God.
Police, fire, and emergency medical services.
Darkness. Darkness and suffering. The time comes.
Open your eyes.
This is it.
Massive protests,
I hope you're ready.
Warning.
late night rioting.
Be careful.
No matter how dark the hour may seem.
Be very, very careful.